What is up, everyone? It's Ricky572. Return a chance. Today's February 10th, 2025. We're gonna hop on and do a market watch. Got my coffee ready. We got a good amount of cards to go through today. YCS Birmingham was this past weekend. We had Fire King actually take that event. We had Malice against Fire King in the finals. There was a lot of Rizio representation too, but Malice was the deck. Malice and Fire King were the decks that were appeared in the finals. Fire King taking that event. It's nice to see Fire Kings being able to compete still without the Snake Eyes, engine and stuff. It was basically just pure Fire Kings, and that's where we're gonna be starting off the market watch with Fire King Courtier Okanex. This is a new card from Rage of the Abyss. It says if this card is normal special summon, you could destroy one other fire monster in your hand or face up on the field. And if you do, add one fire beast, beast warrior, or a winged beast monster from your deck to your hand. Except Fire King Courtier Okanex, then you can make this card's level become that added monsters. If this card is destroyed and sent to graveyard, you can special summon one Fire King High Avatar Garunix from your deck in defense position. You can only use each effect of Fire King Courtier Okanex once per turn. This card was sitting around like $9-ish before it won the event. Now it's at 36 listings. We actually had it a little bit lower in listings yesterday after the event. People went and bought this card out. I was able to get my copies around $9. Hopefully the seller that I bought from doesn't cancel the order, but we have this now at $22.75, $21.94, $21.96, $22.95, $23, and then $23.95 on the first page. Will this hold up in price? I'm not really sure. We haven't really seen too many people trying to play Fire King since the Snake Eyes engine got hit. So maybe because of that winning deck, we might see a little bit more people start to lean towards playing Fire Kings. Maybe not. Maybe just the person, the duelist who was playing the Fire King deck got lucky. I don't want to say lucky though, because he was playing a good amount of against a good amount of Rizio decks, and I think he only had one loss throughout the event. But yeah, let me know how you guys feel about Fire King Courtier Okanex. Do you guys see it continuing to go up in price, staying at this price point, or coming back down after the YCS hype? Next up, we have Dragon Master Magia. I'm not really sure if this is a staple that you have to play in the new Blue Eyes deck. The new Blue Eyes deck, I think, is coming out this week. I know the deck is sitting around, like, the structure deck is sitting around, like, the $20 price point. If you do want to play it, like, super competitively, though, you will have to probably invest in the Primate package, which is kind of expensive. I think Primate Lordly Lord is around $80. We'll take a look at it right now. But yeah, if you just want to play casually, you can just buy a 3 structure deck. I know I said they were being priced around like $20-ish. Maybe you could find them at like your local Walmart or like Target or something for like, just what do you call it? Just like, I guess, market price or retail price. I think structure decks usually go for like $10 to $12. But yeah, let me know down below if you guys are gonna be picking up your structure decks of the Blue Eye structure deck. Dragon Master Magia was a card that was sitting around like the $1,000 price point at one point, $179. It has came down in price, 22 listings. We have this card sitting at right now. We have it at. Looks like we still have listings around $995, so it is still a $1,000 card. Actually, one listing around $995. We have a PSA one at $850. We have Japanese on $20. Okay, we don't count those. But yeah, it looks like we have a couple listings around the $1,000 price point. Never mind. I thought this card was sitting around like $800 or $500 because it says market price $500. But it looks like, what do we have sales at? $11. This can't be it. These are Japanese. Maybe people are just grabbing them to play for fun. But yeah, these are $1,000. I thought because of the market price they were gonna be lower, but no, these are $1,000. That's crazy. But I don't think you need this in the Blue Eye structure deck. I think you could play like I said, Lordly Load, and then go into like Crimson Dragon plays with Stardust Cypherge Dragon or something like that. I'm not too familiar with the combos, but I don't think you need Dragon Master Magia. Let me know down below if you're a Blue Eyes player and if you do need Dragon Master Magia to play competitively. Primate Lordly Load. Because we are getting closer to the structure deck release, we have it at 59 listings. This card was a card that was sitting around like the $10 price point, $8 price point back in November. But right now we have it at $71.50, $72, $74.95, $74.99. I did not pay attention to this card when it first came out. I completely ignored it. That was, I guess, just me not doing my research on how good it was. And yeah, now it's at $70. So if you guys caught back in November when it was under $10, you guys are winning right now. For the rest of us that do want to try to play this card, I actually thought about playing this card in a Harpy Lady build that I'm working up on. It's like a Harpy Lady Rizio Primite build. But yeah, this is kind of expensive for me, so I might just stick with my dinos. But yeah, it's at $70. Let me know if you guys are picking this card up. And if you guys could see it going up even further. Fiendsmith Engraver has came down in price. Maybe that's because why could this be going down in price? It's actually a really good card still. It's at $61. It was sitting at $110 back in December, 70, 90-ish. I think last week or 2 weeks ago, sitting around like $80. But right now we have it at 61, 63.90, 63.93. So it's came down. Maybe that's because people are expecting it to get hit or get it reprinted. Maybe in Quarter Century Stampede or something. Let me know down below how you guys feel about Fiendsmith Engraver going down in price. Still a really good engine. I'm pretty sure it's not going to get hit. Konami's probably going to take advantage and reprint it. Maybe in Quarter Century Stampede, but that's until April. We'll see what happens with Fiendsmith Engraver. What do we have next? We have Ice Rizio. I think this is the most expensive Rizio in the strategy. Like I said, it's been seeing a lot of representation. I think it's better than Malice, in my opinion. Let me know if you guys think Rizio is better or if Malice is better. But we have this card at 42 listings. It was sitting around like $24-ish, $26-ish, $28-ish. Right now, it's basically like $28.69, a $30 card. I think there was a time these were around $20 to $24. We have next Malice P White Rabbit. We did see it in the finals, so it does have a lot of potential. It's one of the better strategies of the format, along with Rizio, and they are getting some more support later on. I think in, what is it? Is it Alliance Insight that they're getting support in? Let me know down below. But they are getting new support. 69 listings. We have this card at $36.85, $39, $40, $40, and then $40.28. I know my brother's building this, so I'm gonna get some practice against that. I've only gotten practice against like the Rizio strategy, but not against Malice. So I'm excited to go against my brother, so I could get some training before the regional here in Los Angeles in March. So yeah, wish me luck on that. I'm thinking about taking dinos. It's Ryoji dinos, 60 card Ryoji dinos. So wish me luck on that. But yeah, Malice P Rabbit at $40. I think this is the most expensive Malice card, if I'm not mistaken, for the strategy. Go high-low. Yeah, I think that's the most expensive one. Malice P White Rabbit, and after that comes Malice in Underground at $30. And then after that is, I think those are the most expensive ones. Just Malice P White Rabbit and Malice in the Underground. Okay. But yeah, I think Malice might be a good deck to invest in because they are getting more support. So they're going to stick around for quite a while. Metatronus. Looks like a lot of players have been on Metatronus, and it has gone up in price. This is a card that once was sitting around like, I think the dollar price point back in September when it came out. And then it did see a price hype during the Snake Eye, Snake Eye format. Hit the $3 price point. Now we have 40 listings, and it looks like it went up even higher in price. We are now at $824, $825, $849, $894, and $899. So now like an $8 to $9 card. This is a super rare from Legacy of Destruction. Maybe if you guys opened up a lot of Legacy of Destruction, go check through that bulk because it was a dollar card once. But right now it's at $9, so you might have some hidden value in that bulk. Crimson Dragon has 2 printings. I know this card is being used in the Blue Eye strategy. Right now we have it at 25 listings for Duelist Nexus Secret Rare, and we have it at 21 listings for the 25th anniversary 10 version. They have gone up in price. These you could have copped at like $10, $11 back when they came out. They were even as low as $7 back in November. But right now we have it at $29.80, $29.80, $29.89, a $30 price point. This is the highest I've actually seen it at. Even after it got reprinted, even before it got a reprint, I think the highest I seen it hit was $20. But right now, even with the reprint, it is up there in price, passing the $30 price point. $32.17 for the original version from Duelist Nexus, $34.75 and $35.96. Good time to sell. I would probably offload them if you guys aren't using them. I could have sworn I seen one somewhere in my binder. Gotta go check. Cashier Fenrir. Looks like it's hitting a new low price point. We have Prismatic Secrets at $10.49. It says $8.66, $9.95. This might be a good time to cop Fenrirs if you guys don't have any, or are people expecting it to be in Quarter Century Stampede? $9.96, $8.97, $8.98, $9, $8.75. We also have Ultra Rares. Do you guys think Fenrir could be up for Quarter Century Stampede? We had this sitting at $16. Now we have it at $10, $10.44, $10.44, $10.47, $10.49, and $10.50. And then the Ultimate Rares. I know Fenrir has an Ultimate Rare printing. These are probably at $20, right? These have actually gone up in price, it says. But we have listings right here at $21.78, $22.99, $23, $21.75, $22, $22.27, $23.49. So I think that's the lowest I've seen it at. Yeah, Fenrir has gone down in price. It's still a really good card, but I think people are expecting it to get like reprinted or something. That's why they're offloading their Fenrirs. If you guys need some, now might be a good time to, grab yourself a playset if you guys want to play it in one of your strategies. I might actually go in on a playset. I sold mine a couple of months ago for I think it was $17 each. Now that they're at $8, I might just pick it up again. And if it gets reprinted, it gets reprinted. But I could get some duels out of this. Meanwhile, it gets reprinted. Fiendsmith Tract, another Fiendsmith card that has gone down in price. It hit a high price point of $27-ish in January. Right now, it's came down to 71 listings. We have it at $10 again, $11, $11.14, $11.15, $11.49, $11.99. This one was at a low price point. I think I sold them at $3 to $5 before, of $7-ish, $5 in November. Hit a high price point again, like I said, at 27, and now back down to $10. So maybe banless fears, maybe reprint fears, who knows. Evil Hero Dusted Gold has gone up in price. That's because we had new Evil Hero support come out, and what's the set that just came out? Supreme Darkness. We have the original one from Legendary Duelist More Destiny hitting a high price point. We have 10 listings for it, and new high price point for this is $60, $64.99. It's back up. It's going back up to what it was, the price point it was before it got reprinted. I remember this card was around $100 when I first started playing Yu-Gi-Oh! My friend actually was building a hero deck and picked up a Dusted Gold and Bane. Both were over $100 each. But it's crazy to see it at this high of a price point again. $64.99, $65, $64.580, $75, $80, $94.60 on the first page for the original version from Legendary Duelist More Destiny. We have Evil Hero Dusted Gold from Legendary Duelist Season 3 Ultra Rare at it says we have market price at $30, 23 listings. Birds of Legend Secret Rare at $25 for the market price, it says. I would actually go in on this one. This one's a Secret Rare. Technically, it's a higher rarity than the Ultra Rare, right? Legendary Duelist Red Ultra Rares looks like they're at $24.68. And then Blue Ultra Rares, also from Legendary Duelist Season 3 at $24.07. Let me know how you guys feel about Evil Hero Dusted Gold, and if you guys could see it continuing to go up in price or coming back down. I think it's going to come back down. I haven't really seen it do too much in the format. 7th Ascension, if I remember correctly, this was a card that was being used in the Rizio strategy, right? But do they even use it here in the TCG? I haven't really seen people play this. It was sitting around like $27, but it did come down in price. Looks like we have 26 listings, 2301, 2573. So it looks like it didn't actually come down in price. Still sticking around like the $27 price point that it was at. But yeah, like I said, I haven't really seen too many people play this. Is Rizio the one where that was supposed to be playing this? Let me know down below if Rizio was the one. I can't really remember if that was the deck that was playing this over in the OCG. Take one card from your deck, either a Baron, Spell or Trap, a rank of Magic Spell, or 7th Extension Spell or Trap card, and either add it to your hand. Huh. Yeah, I can't remember. Let me know down below if you guys remember what it was being played in. We actually just got announced that we're getting alternative art. Well, not we. The OCG is getting an alternative art Nibiru, which probably means we're going to be getting a Nibiru too later on. Maybe in Core Century Stampede. We'll see. So I want to take a look at this Nibiru and the Ultimate Rare Nibiru, because we're probably going to see prices drop for this. I would definitely sell these off. Right now they're at 16 listings. We're at $74.95, $74.98, $75, $80, $84.99, $90. Just because I feel like once we get that new reprint alternative art Nibiru, that's probably going to come out in... Oh, wait, actually, if we don't get it in Core Century Stampede, which is supposed to be one of the last Core Century sets, it's probably going to come out as a different rarity in a set later on. But my gut is telling me it's going to be, in that Core Century Stampede set as a Core Century Secret Rare. So I could see this dropping in price. I would, sell it off if I had a copy, just to not risk, it dropping even lower. But let's take a look at the Ultimate Rare. We also have an effect veiler, a new alternative art effect veiler too. I'm not sure if you guys saw it. I'll probably post it up here so you guys could see it. Where is it? Ultimate Rare, right there. Yeah, I'll probably post it up here so you guys can see the effect veiler and which one I'm talking about, and a Nibiru. But yeah, Ultimate Rare Nibirus, we're sitting around like 57 back in December. Right now we have them at 30 listings. Looks like they're at like $60-ish. But again, if it does get that alternative art, even though the alternative art doesn't really look that good, we could look at it together right here. I'm looking at it through my phone and you guys look at it right there. And yeah, to me it doesn't look that good. It kind of... I didn't know that was Nibiru. It looks like a... kind of like a dragon or something, like a fiend. I guess that's Nibiru once it's out of the rock, I'm assuming. Effect Veiler looks pretty cool. But yeah, that Nibiru, I'm not really liking the artwork. So maybe because people aren't going to like the artwork either, these could stay up in price. I wouldn't risk it though. I would sell them off just because we're going to get probably 7 different printings of that Nibiru in Core Century Stampede. Shining Sarcophagus, 42 listings. We have it at $24.99, $25-ish, $25.85, $25, and then $25. It has that Dark Magician Girl coming out for it. Not sure how much that's going to help the deck. We'll see if it sees any competitive play later on. But if I were you guys, I would sell them off while the hype is up for it, just because this is the highest price point I've seen it at. Black Gold Laughs. I actually seen this card get some play in what was it? I think White Forest, the White Forest strategy, because it lets you, because I think in White Forest you have to discard a card or something, or send cards to the graveyard to be able to activate some of their effects. And you want this card to be in the graveyard. This card was sitting around like $15 back in November. 33 listings available. Right now we have it at $179, $21, $22, $21.35, and then that's like $23, $24 with shipping on the first page. Do I see this card going up even higher? It really depends on how good the White Forest strategy does. I also know we have some new Orcus support coming out later on. They could probably use this along with the horror strategy to dump like cards into the graveyard, so maybe it could start seeing some more play right there. But it could also get reprinted like Core Century Stampede, so I'm not sure if I want to like keep it or sell it off right now. This is also the highest I've seen it at, above $20. Black Brutrago. Not really sure why this one is going up. I know I talked about this card a couple months ago. It was, I think, hitting like the $30 price point. Uh, Actually, no. It was actually around $11, $9, and it hit a high price point in February of like 12-ish dollars. But right now we only have 4 listings for this card, and we have our first lightly played at $61 and near mint at $69. We don't have sales at that price point, do we? We have one moderately played unlimited sale at $50. We have $40 sales. We do have a $80 sale right here. So yeah, someone let me know why this card is going up in price and only has 4 listings. It's a old school card, maybe like for past format. That's why it's being used. Once per turn, you can send 1 Gemini monster from your hand to the graveyard to select and destroy 1 spell or trap card your opponent controls. When this card is destroyed and sent to the graveyard, you can select 1 Gemini monster in graveyard and special summon it. The special summon Gemini monster is treated as an effect monster and gains its effect. Probably a past format. I do not know any deck that's still running Gemini monsters in the current format. Stardust Cypher Dragon, just gonna go check up on the price again because I know we talked about this on our last market watch. Still low on listings, 20 listings ultra rare from Shining Victories and 14 listings of the ultra rare and 2017 Megatins. Market price $27, $23, $24-ish dollars. So above, like, we'll call it like around $25-ish dollars for Stardust Cypher Divine Dragon. I think it's one of those cards that's being used in the Blue Eye strategy. Bysteel Dispatter. I think this might be actually a good card that you might want to pick up, although it is risky because of the Core Century Stampede, although anything could basically be used in Core Century Stampede. But I think it's a good, synchro monster that some decks could have access to. It was sitting around like 11-ish, 12-ish dollars. This is the ultra rare from Cyberstorm Axis. Right now we have 77 listings, and you could get one for like around $10, $11. And then the Seeker Rare, Prismatic Seeker Rare from 25th Anniversary 10s. We have 37 listings for this card. Was at $10. Right now we have it at still $10. So it hasn't gone up too much. This is a card that at one point was hitting like the $20 price point. So I could see it maybe going up there again. Actually, no, it was hitting like the $60 price point before the reprint, right? Maybe you could see some play again. 1 tuner plus 1 non-tuner dragon monsters. Has the ability to like negate. You could target 1 banished card, shuffle it into deck. Then if you do shuffle it into your deck, destroy that monster. If you shuffle it into your opponent's negate that activated effect. Because of Blue Eyes, it's a dragon deck. Because of what's another dragon deck? I know we're getting some support for Dragon Rulers too. Maybe they could find a way to go into this. I'm just speculating, gamer brain thinking. So I'm just, giving you guys options. But I would just, grab my copy at $10. Now, if it gets reprinted, it's only like a $10 investment you guys lose out on. But it has a possibility of going back up again. So I'm getting my copy. I'm just letting you guys what I'm going to do. Again, this is not a financial advisement channel. This is just my opinion. I don't know the future of card prices. Planet Pollutant Virus. I'm not sure why this one went up either. It says tribute 1 alien monster, destroy all face of monster without 8 counters your opponent controls until the end of your opponent's turn. Turn after this card's activation, place 1 8 counter on each monster they summon. I'm pretty sure this is for like a past format, but was sitting around like $3-ish dollars. Right now we have copies at $14, $14, $14, $14.74, and then $14.75. I sold a moderately played copy of this a couple weeks ago for like $7-ish dollars, but now it's crazy to see them at $11, $12, $14. Sage of Eyes of Blue. Let's see how many copies we have for this card. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 printings. We have 2 Seeker Rare printings. We have 3 Ultra Rare printings. And we have a common that's coming out in the structured deck. I guess the lowest one on listings is the one from Shining Victories right here, but with the market price of $7. But let's take a look. $7-ish dollars. Was sitting around like 7. Now we still have copies around $5. Actually, no, that's 8. So we have this one for $5, and then they go up to like 10, 12, $14. We have these ultra rares for like $8-ish dollars. These ultra rares for like $9-ish dollars. We have Seeker rares for looks like it's above market price at $17, 15 listings, 1743, 1881, hitting the $22 mark at the bottom of the first page. These were around $7-ish back in January, but basically doubled in price. Interesting. But we are, for my budget players, if you guys don't care about like the having a hollow version, there is a common coming out in the structure deck, so you don't have to worry about picking one of these up. But for anyone else who likes hollow, these are your options right now. They are kind of a bit up in price. Bisteel Ball Drag has been seeing a lot of play in the format. I wanted to come back and take a look at it. We do have 2 printings of it. For my budget players, we do have common versions. 170 listings, looks like they're around 27 cents. So you have access to that card. But if you want an ultra rare, these are at 38 listings and have continued to go up. They were sitting around like $2-ish, but right now we have it at $3.48, $3.49, $3.50, $3.97, almost hitting that $5 mark, and that's because it's the highest rarity. But if you don't care about highest rarity, just play the common version. It does the same thing. Tri-Brigade Furgic caught my attention just because I noticed that it was low on listings, 13 listings available. I remember wanting to buy this card when it was around like the $100 price point for my Tri-Brigade deck. I'm kind of glad I didn't because it has gone down in price. It hit a low price point of like 50-ish back in January, but right now we do have it kind of going up. I'm assuming that people are taking this card in the extra deck because people are running Dogmatica Maximus, which makes you dump 2 cards from your extra deck into the graveyard. So this one does have a good effect that lets you take advantage of the dump. If this card is sent to the graveyard, you could draw 1 card, then place 1 card from your hand on the bottom of the deck. So it lets you draw a card and then just place 1 like brick or something back into the deck. 6120, 7640, 7556, 7287, 8335, and then going up to $100 price point. But yeah, this is the lowest I've seen it at, $61, $76. It looks like I did miss the chance to buy it at $50, but 60, 70 compared to what it was like a couple months ago, or like a year ago or something, back when I was thinking about buying it. It's a good price. Let's actually take a look at the regular version, see if those have gone up too. Yeah, because people might be teching them. Looks like they are kind of going low on listings, so just be aware of that. Like I said, they might be using it for that effect to draw a card and put a brick at the bottom of the deck in order to take advantage of the dump from Dogmatica Maximus. So these were around like $1.50 been going up. Looks like we have them reaching that $2 price point now. I know I have a good amount of these in my folder, so it might be time to list them. We also have the Prismatic Secret Rares. These actually look like they have been going up, but also have like a downward line over here on the graph. But 110, 145, 148, 150, 177, and then 198 right here at the bottom of the first page. So like a $2 card too. Interesting. Something you guys want to be aware about. I know we talked about Arius the Labyrinth Butler a couple weeks ago when we did our market watch, but let's take a look at it again. We have 42 listings for the Prismatic Secret from 25th anniversary tins, market price at $8, and we have Age of Overlord versions at 43 listings at $10.15. I think it was only the Quarter Century Secret that was going up in price. That's the one I meant to put on here, not these, because I know these were also going up a couple of weeks ago, but I think the Core Century is the one that's like above market price right now. 17 listings, 110, 118, 190, 118.96, like $120 above market price. Or was I wrong about that? It might have been another. Okay, market price says 82, but we have listings at 110. So I think this was the one that was a little bit above market price. Haven't seen Labyrinth do too much. I mean, they still get a top every now and then, every other event, but I haven't really seen too much Labyrinth representation. But it's still a good deck. It's one of the better trap decks. High Speed Roy Corkscrew only has 1 printing from Legendary Duelist Synchro Storm. It comes as an ultra rare. This card used to be sitting around like the $2 price point, but right now we have 32 listings on the market, and we have it at 1040, 1044, 1045, 1049, and 1050. It says one tuner plus one or more non-tuner monsters. This card is synchro summon. You could activate one of these effects, add one speed word spell or trap from your deck to your hand, so it lets you search. If all materials that were used for the synchro summon of this card were speedroid monsters and are in the graveyard, special summon all of them. Okay, that's a pretty good effect too. You can now special summon monsters the turn you activate this effect, except wind monsters. You can activate this effect of high speed or cork shooter once per turn. So I'm thinking that this card is going up because I remember, I think we're getting speedroid support in the Maze of Masters set, if I'm not mistaken. Let me know down below, but I could recall that it was mentioned that in one of the sets this year we're getting speedroid support. It could have been that one. FA Don Dragster going up in price. I did talk about this card back when it was around like I think $1 or $2. I remember getting a couple copies of super rares for under $1. I think 70 cents is what I paid for them. But now they're at 24 listings and above market price. We have this card at 420, 440, 447, 450, 475. So reaching that $5 price point. Even the rares have started to go up in price and low on listings. 33 listings for this card, was sitting around like $1.52, but now the rares are at 320, 335, 369, 373, and 397. It's a good generic synchro that lets you negate. It says once per turn, when your opponent activates a spell or trap or quick effect, you can reduce this card's level by 2, and if you do, negate the activation. If you do that, destroy that card. I'm thinking maybe Speedroids are the ones that play this. Also, I think Crystron could make this as well, since it's a machine. Let me know down below if you guys have any more information on FA Don Dragster and why it's going up in price. My speculation is either Speedroid or Crystron deck. Infernal Flame Banshee looks like it's also going low on listings. It has 2 printings, well 3 printings as a Core Century Secret Rare, but we're just gonna focus on the Ultra Rare and the Prismatic Secret Rare. Ultra Rares from Age of Overlord are at 69 listings. We have this card currently at 121, 121, 149, 149, 166, and 173. The one I think is getting more bought out is the Prismatic Secret Rare from the 25th anniversary tint. And I heard Robbie from I heard MCO40 mentioned that this card is being used in the OCG to add a Rizio monster and be able to go into like Rizio plays. I don't think we need it here in the TCG, but over in the OCG, I know Rizio got hit, and so they need a way to access, their cards more, and Infernal Flame Banshee helps them do that. This was sitting around $1. Right now we have 28 listings for this card, and it looks like it's at 247, 249, 278, 349, 350. So it's just one of those options that lets you go into like Rizio plays, because it lets you add take one pyro monster from your deck and either add it to your hand or send it to the graveyard. And the Rizio that is a pyro monster is it Sword Rizio? No, that's a Thunder. Ice Rizio. Oh, Ice Rizio is the or EXT Rizio too. Both Ice and EXT are the pyro, so special this card from your hand by sending one XE monster from your extra deck. If it's summoned this way, you cannot special. So it lets you get Ice EXT Rizio and I guess get your Rizio play started. So we might not need it here in the TCG yet, but I guess players are just getting prepared just in case Rizio does get hit somehow. Revolution Synchron, I noticed, was also going up in price. It also has 2 printings available. I remember this card I got on release. I think it was Duelist Nexus for around like $70, $60-ish each. I thought it was going to be like really good, but it never took off. We have Prismatic Secrets from the 10s at 37 listings. We're sitting around like $3-ish. Right now we have it pushing up to the $5 price point, so just something to be aware about. You see the graph, it's going up. And let's take a look at the original from Duelist Nexus. These were sitting around like $4-ish and also heading up to that $5, past that $5 price point on the first page. If you guys have any idea why it might be going up, let me know down below. Another card I'm not sure why might be going up in price, but Buster Whelp the Destruction Swordsman is heading up there. We had it sitting at $5 back in January. Right now we only have 20 listings available. We have it at $7.50, $9.73, $11, $11, $11.97, $11.98, $12.10, and yeah, above $10 right here at the bottom of the first page. It says when this card numbers something, you can add one Destruction Sword card from your deck to your hand, except Buster Whelp of Destruction Swordsman. You can only use each of the following effects of Buster Whelp Destruction Swordsman per turn and only once that turn. You can tribute this card, special summon one Buster Blader from your hand or graveyard. If this card is in your graveyard and you control Buster Blader, you can discard one Destruction Sword card, special summon this card. Maybe there's a Destruction Sword Buster Blader deck out there that I don't know about. I don't know everything. That's why we're here to help each other. So if you guys have any info on why this is going up, let me know down below. Synchro Rumble. Target one tuner or one level 7 or 8 dragon synchro monster in your graveyard, special summon in defense position. Also, for the rest of the turn after this card resolves, you cannot special summon from the extra deck except synchro monsters. If a level 7 or 8 dragon synchro monster or crimson dragon you control will be destroyed by battle or card effect, you banish this card from your graveyard instead. You can activate one synchro rumble per turn. So I'm assuming this card is going to be used in blue eyes because of the crimson dragon. Was sitting around like 42 cents, but right now we have 27 listings on the market for it. It's heading up to that $2 price point, so just something to be aware about. Maybe you have some of these in bulk if you opened up a lot of Age of Overlord and it's still laying around. Elemental Hero Shining Wingman. It looks like it's heading up there in price too. It has 2 printings available. It has an ultra rare from Power of the Elements at 99 listings, but the Prismatic Seeker is technically the higher rarity, so that's the one that's I guess going up in price. 34 listings. This card was sitting around like the $2 price point. Right now we have it at $2.50, $3.25. That's basically like $4 shipping and then $4 at the bottom of the first page. So heading up in price. I'm thinking that's just because it's one of those staples that you use in hero strategies, and heroes want the highest rarity, so that's why they're going after that one. Extra Hero Inferno Divisor. This is also, I think, the highest rarity that's available, and that's why it's going up in price. But this one's also low on listings. The ultra rare from Dual Overload. Let me know if this is a card that is being used with the new Evil Hero stuff, because it just takes 2 hero monsters to make. Maybe that's why it's going up, not because of hero. Well, technically, Evil Hero is hero players. It's still a hero deck. We'll go with hero. 348 was what it was at back in November, and right now we have it pushing up to $4, $5, $4.25, $4.25, $4.77 for the ultra rare version. The sticker rare from Battles of Legend, which is technically the highest rarity, was sitting around like $4-ish back in November. Right now we have it pushing up to $6.98, $6.99, and $6.99. $7 at the bottom of the first page. Like I said, it's probably because of the Evil Hero support, and they could probably go into this. That's why it's going up. Tenny Spirit, we just got some new Tenny support in Supreme Darkness. Haven't really seen too much representation of that. I mean, it's pretty new, so maybe a couple more events, a couple more weekends. In a couple more weekends, we'll maybe see a top or something. But so far, I haven't really seen too much of that. It has 2 printings. Tenny Spirit Sahasrara? How do you pronounce this? Tenny Spirit Sahasrara. It has a comment from OTS Tournament Pack 17 from my budget players. Technically, the Ultra is still budget. It's at 18 listings. But this is the highest rarity it has. Was sitting around like 53 cents. Right now at $2.40, $2.47, $2.49. Heading up to that $3 price point, $3.34. Let me know how you guys feel about Tenny Spirit Sahasrara. Sahasrara. And if you guys think it's going to continue to go up or come back down in price, let me know if you guys seen any Tenny decks out there performing good. This is a link for, and let's see, what else does it do? While you control a face of non-effect monsters, your opponent control your opponent. While you control a face of non-effect monsters, Monsters your opponent controls cannot target effect monsters for attacks. Also, your opponent cannot target effect monster on field with card effect. Quick effect, you can target one effect monster your opponent controls, but summon one Tanning Spirit token. This token attack becomes a target monster original attack. Okay, so it's just protection. Not sure how important that is for the Tenny strategy. I haven't really seen like pure Tenny do too much. The only Tenny strategy I've seen do good was the one that's mixed with Sforzo, but I don't know if they're still doing that. Ultimate Slayer. This is a card that's being used a lot in the format. And I think all copies of Ultimate Slayer are at least like $2, $3. So something you might want to go through your book and look for, and maybe offload them while they're I guess they're all worth something at the moment and it's being used in the format. Because later on we might not need to use Ultimate Slayer and they'll probably come back down. So I'm gonna go look through bulk and see if I have some of these and offload them while they're up in price right now. But yeah, all of the cheaper copies are at least $2, $3, $4, and then yeah, we have some other copies that are a little bit more expensive, but yeah, they're at least worth something. Chaos Hunter was the MVP in the final round of the YCS Birmingham event, and so people have went and bought out the highest rarity of it, which is the Quarter Century Secret Rare. This is a card that was sitting around like $9-ish, and right now we only have 9 listings available on the market. We have it at $24.98, $23.99, $24.99, $25, and then $35 at the bottom of the first page. It says when your opponent special summons a monster, except during the damage step, you can discard one card, special summon this card from your hand. Your opponent cannot banish cards, so it stops Malice basically. It's a good tech against Malice. There's plenty of copies available, because it was part of the 25th anniversary Ready Collection 2 set. So we have budget version available, but this is the highest version version of it. So that's why it's up in price. Let me know if you guys were able to cop your Chaos Hunter Core Century before the hype. Dark Fusion. We have how many versions of Dark Fusion? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have 6. I know it has a secret. We'll take a look at it right now. The one that we're looking at is the Ultra from the Legendary Collection 2 set. Was a card that was sitting around like $9-ish. Right now we have it moving up $14, $13, and then once these are gone, we hit the $20 price point. 11 listings available, but I know Dark Fusion has a secret rare, so let's take a look at how that one's doing, because technically that one's a higher rarity than this one. Secret rare from Speed Duel GX Duelist of Shadows. I actually think I have one of these. I might actually open it up, that way I could pull this out from there. Was at $10, but right now we have 14 listings available. $11.97, $11.98, $14. Actually, it might be worth going after these instead of the ultra rares. Yeah, if you guys are looking for a Dark Fusion, I would come and grab some of these, which are under $20, because the other ultra rare is kind of the same price, but they're ultra rare. So let me know how you guys feel about that. And last card on today's market watch can be Raid Raptor Arsenal Falcon. This is a card I just thought I'd bring up because it's still worth some money. I recently picked these up for like around $2-3-ish, and I noticed they were still like around like $10-ish, $9-ish. So it's time to start offloading the ones I picked up, because I'm not really sure what deck is using this at the moment. I remember it was being used in Kashtira for like Raid Raptor combos, but yeah, I don't really see this being played too much. Maybe it could be played with like Dark Dragon Rulers, because it is a level 7, rank 7 monster, so maybe that's why it's still up in price. But let me know down below if you guys have any idea what other deck could be using this. But yeah, I'm gonna start offloading them while I still can, because I'm not using them and they're still worth something. I feel like they're gonna come down in price. That's gonna be it for today's market watch. Make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Also go follow us on Instagram, TikTok, and X at Return of Chance. This is Ricky572. We'll see you guys next time.